Om Vakradunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Vajate Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karashyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahman Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Apar Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Shri Chandrasekhar Gurum Pranamami Mudanvaham Yatrapalesha Matrena Puman Purnah Prajayate Tam Vande Brahma Vaitsaryam Sadgurum Chandrasekharam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitavastama Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha
Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha.
Atha Shashtodhyayaha
Atha Shashtodhyayaha.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha
Bhagavanuvacha.
Shloka number 36, 35 we have done. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha Grigyate, this Durnigraham Manaha. Then the next shloka. Asanyyatatmana yogo strapayiti me matihi.
Asamyathatmana yogo dushprabha iti me matihi.
Vashyatmana tu yatata shakyo vaptumupayataha.
Vashyatmana tu yatata shakyo vaptumupayataha.
Yogaha dushprapaha. This yoga meaning this jnanam, this jnana yoga, nididhyasanam, the seat of meditation. The person he does nididhyasanam, contemplates on Vastu, whether it is nididhyasanam or any dhyana, it's just meditation. So that yoga, the dhyanam, that meditation is difficult for the person. Asanyatatmana, atmana, asanyatatmana, atmana is mind. The mind which is not mastered, which is not controlled. For that person, the yoga is difficult for that person whose mind is not mastered. Dushprapa. Iti me mati. Bhagavan says, this is my opinion. Bhagavan says, iti me matihi. My opinion, I consider that this yoga is dushprapa, difficult to gain, difficult to get for the one whose mind is not mastered. The mind has to be the servant. You should be the master. The mind has to serve me, not I serve the mind. So only when the mind serves me, obeys my command, obeys my wish, obeys my order, that is the mastery. Then only yoga is possible. Vashyatmana tu yatata. This Vashyatma, mastery of the mind, that's called Vashyatma. Vashyatmana, for the one whose mind is mastered, for the Yatata, Shakyaha, Avaptum Upayataha, Vashyatmana, Upayam means, Upayataha, by means, Yatata, by practice, Yatata, Shakyaha, by practice, Upayataha, Avaptum Upayataha, by Yatata, by the one who strives, by the one who puts effort. This mind can be mastered. When the person makes the effort with the proper means, then the mind can be mastered. Vashyatmana. Atma, Santakarnam is Vashya. Antakarna Vashya can be done by proper upaya, proper means. Avaptum Shakyaha. It is possible to get, possible to gain, possible to do. Asamyatatmana, by the one for whom, this is referring to the person whose mind is not mastered. Similarly, Vashyatmana referring to for the one whose mind is mastered. Yatata, by, again, this is also referring to the person who makes proper effort. And upaya means sadhana. And sadhana already told, abhyasa vairagya. By that, mastery can be gained. So yoga is difficult for the one by whom the mind is not mastered. So asanyatatmana, by the person whose mind is not mastered, this yoga is, dhanam is difficult to gain. Iti me matihi, is my vision, my opinion. Whereas, in contrast, pashyatmana, by the person whose mind is mastered, the one who has mastered his mind. Yatata, yes, put effort also. By him, shakyaha, it's possible. Avaptum shakyaha. What avaptum? Mastery of the mind. Upayataha, by the proper upaya, proper means. The means already told, abhyasa and vairagya. What else? What is the means? Only by abhyasa and vairagya, the mind can be mastered. Iti, Bhagavan says, this is my conclusion. Matihi, opinion, vision, conclusion. One who doesn't practice meditation, abhyasa, one who doesn't have objectivity, vairagya, that person is called as a yatatma. Atma is referring to antakarna, which is not mastered, and that person is referred to by the word as a yatatma, meaning the mind is not brought under control. The one whose mind is not brought under control is referred to here as asayatatma. And the mind can be brought under control? Yes. Can the mind be? Yes. Bhagavan says it is dushprapa, with difficulty. Therefore, unless the mind is mastered, it is not possible to gain yoga. Yoga, what is yoga? Yoga, that is what being discussed. Yoga, the yoga that is the vision, capacity to see the same as samatva darshanam. Sarvatra Ishvara darshanam, Brahma darshanam. That is a yoga. That is jnana. The knowledge. That nishtha, the knowledge, the vision, the capacity to see the sameness that exists in all beings and which all things exist. That is what is here referred to by the word yoga. So yoga means that is. So success in meditation, and success is this having the capacity to see Ishvara everywhere. So success is possible for the one who has mastery of the mind. What Krishna says here is his vision. Mati. Mati derived from the manda to man. To think, to consider. So mama matihi, my opinion, which is not same as an opinion, since it is not something that can be considered dismissed. So it is not opinion, it is the vision, it is a truth. Iti me matihi. This is my conclusion. The one's conclusion is the conclusion. There can be any contention over that. So it is not just this opinion, like any other opinion can be dismissed. You cannot dismiss opinion of the Lord. This is Bhagavan's Bhagavan says, this is my opinion, means this is how it can be done. There's no other way. Abhyasa and Vairagya. By that, the mind can be mastered. And for the one who has mastery of the mind, this yoga is possible. Capacity to see the sameness everywhere is possible. By the practice of Abhyasa and Vairagya, the mind is brought into one's hands, which is why the person who can do this is called Vashyatma. Vashyaha. Vashya means that is brought under control. What Atma? Atma is Antakaranam. Atma being the word used everywhere, depending on the context, the meaning has to be taken. Here it is Antakaranam. Antakaranam, the mind, which has been brought under one's Vasha, mastery, and under control, mastery. Therefore, mastery over the mind. The Vashyatma referring to the person who has mastery over the mind. Such a person is always alert. Alert is something that should always be with you, not something practiced for a period of time, and then dropping it. It should be there all the time. Vidyasanam is being alert all the time. Vidyasanam is after having done Shravanam Maranam, the person has to be alert to the vision and conduct his life, the world accordingly. So it is should be always be there, this alertness. For example, you cannot say that you practice alertness for 6 years and it was very good. Yes, you cannot say you practice breathing for 6 years. After that, will you drop breathing? Similarly, the alertness, you have to be alert all the time. Till the old samskara, the viparita bhavana, the wrong orientations goes away, are replaced by the vision. So it is deprogramming and then programming. It is not as though you give up breathing after having practiced it for some time. It is a very life. Similarly, this should become your life. Alertness is the same. By such a person, but we say nididhyasanam is being alert to the vision. Nididhyasana. Samadhi abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam, dharma abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam. With eyes open, the person does nididhyasana. With eyes closed, the person does nididhyasana. So it is being alert. So by such a person who continues to maintain this alertness, yarata, yatnashiraha, yatihi, the one who puts effort, by the one who has mastery over his mind, now the mind, Vashyatmana, it's possible to gain the same of the vision of sameness. Yogaha. Yogaha is Samatva Darshanam. In fact, Karma Yoga, Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Karma Yoga as the means for Jnanam. There also it is Samatvam. Now here Jnanam, that Samatvam is seeing Brahma everywhere. Karma Yoga Samatvam with regard to the results. With regard to the results of karma. Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. Accepting karma palas Ishvara Prasada. That the focus is on neutralizing Raga Dvesha. So once that is achieved through Karma Yoga by Jnanam, Samatva Darshanam. There are also Samatvam, here also Samatvam. But this Samatvam is the vision of Brahma, which is Sama, which is same in all the beings. So Samatvam. That is what is referred to by the word Yogaha. Therefore, Yogaha Vaptam Shakyaha, by that person, Ashyatmana, Yatata, who maintains this effort, that is in the form of being alert. Not something to be done. The next reading, Bhagavan mentions in this shloka that yoga is gained by a particular means. Upayataha. What is upaya? Upayataha. Upayena. Upayataha. Upayena. What is that means upaya? Already told the previous shloka. Abhyasena to kaunteya, vairagyena jagrugyate. By abhyasa and vairagya, they are the upaya, the means for gaining this vision, as Bhagavan had already told Arjuna. Because abhyasa practice, vairagya, objectivity, they are the means. Arjuna is gaining the yoga, therefore, was no longer in the Bhagavan's hands, because Krishna has already covered the subject matter, has already taught him, even in the jnana. Now, this is something he has to, something that has to be done, and it is up to Arjuna to do it. Knowledge being given now, he has to contemplate on till he gets nishtha in this knowledge, till the knowledge becomes wisdom. So therefore, he has to pay attention to his mind. Krishna has said, Bhagavan has said that everything, Bhagavan had said everything that he could say. There's nothing more to be taught, only something to be done. If the person is prepared, there are nothing to be done. Because the person complains about the mind not obeying. So therefore, something to be done. That if the person is sadhana chatushtaya sampannaha, where the sampatti, the sadhana sampatti, there we talk about shama and dama. It's mastery of the mind, mastery of sense organs are all included. If the person is ready, the moment pramanam is operated, he will get knowledge. He has nothing to do. But the person has, yes, vikshepa, the mind is extrovert, and mind doesn't obey him for all problems, yes, therefore to be done. Something to be done, not for gaining jnana, something to be done to have mastery over the mind. That is to be done. So to be done means again what Bhagavan says is something karma to be done for moksha. Here, so to be done for gaining mastery over the mind, to have some say over the mind. Because knowledge takes place in the mind, therefore mind has to be ready. So in preparing the mind for knowledge, something to be done. That is vairagya, abhyasa would take off any problems, any obstructions, so gaining the knowledge. So obstructions are there because of which the knowledge is, even though it is given, it is not fructified in the person. Therefore, the obstructions have to be removed. Therefore, vairagya, abhyasa, these are the upaya, the means. This is why one doesn't say very much about the doing of. When there's something to be discussed, like Vastu Brahmatma, then one can talk indefinitely, which is what Krishna Bhagavan does from the first, second chapter onwards, which is why there are 18 chapters of the Gita, and he's going to say further also. But here, there's something to be done now by Arjuna. What is that? Therefore, Bhagavan leaves it at that. You will find Bhagavan talks a lot about Atma, about the wise person, about the vision. But when it comes to meditation, which is to be done, there are few shlokas only because it is something to be done by the person. Wherever something to be done, Bhagavan states it briefly and adequately and then continues on. Because it is up to the person, he has to do it. And so therefore it is to be done. Whereas when there's some things to be unfolded, teaching, it goes on and on and on because there is something that has to be understood. It is not something to be done. I think something has to be done. So where something's to be done, just give instruction. So where the instruction is given that you should do. Whereas the knowledge is unfolded, that is the teaching, there only Bhagavan talks and talks and talks, all the 18 chapters, 700 shlokas. Karma Yoga also, he says, Karma Kuru. That is something to be done. Over. Only one chapter. After that, it's all only teaching. Means jnanam only. Okay. Then the next shloka. Next shloka, now, Arjuna again, it presents another problem. It's purely an imagined problem. Though imagined a problem, but it is a common problem. Common problem, everybody has doubt. Like Arjuna, any sadhaka has this doubt. Let us read this shloka. Arjuna Uvacha
Arjuna Uvacha
Ayat Shraddhayopeto Yoga Chalitamanasaha
Ayatishyatayopetah Yogachalithamanasah
Aprapya Yoga Samsiddhim Kam Gatim Krishna Gachati.
Aprapya Yoga Samsiddhim Kam Gatim Krishna Gacchati.
So from here onwards, the topic of Yoga Brashta. That is the person who has fallen from yoga. Fallen from this yoga is talked about. This is the place. the Yoga Brashta discussed in the entire Gita, 37 onwards. The last part of the sixth chapter is a discussion on Yoga Brashta. So from here onwards up to the end, or just one or two shlokas before that, 45. 37 to 45, Yoga Brashta topic. So ayatihi, yatihi, ayatihi. Yatihi is Yatanashilaha, effort. Yatihi. Ayatihi means ayatihi referring to the person whose effort is not adequate. Here, na yatihi ayatihi, not absence of effort. Yatihi is referring to the person, Yatanashilaha, who puts effort. So ayatihi means not that person who doesn't put effort. There, Tanj is in the sense of alparte. He puts effort, but effort is not sufficient. As people have put effort to study Sanskritam, but they don't learn because effort is not adequate. Earlier, ayati, effort is there, not adequate effort. But the person is endowed with, yes, Shraddha, endowed with Shraddha, Shraddhaya Upetaha. And whose mind is Yoga Chalita Martha, moves away from the yoga. The yoga is this, the vision, capacity to see the same in all that is the yoga, that is, it moves away. Therefore, aprapya yogam, not having gained the yoga, not having gained this capacity, success in this seat of meditation, what happens to the person? He doesn't make it. Kamgati, what is his lot? He, Arjuna, Arjuna Vavacha, oh Bhagavan, oh Krishna, not gaining success in yoga, yoga samsiddhim aprapya, to which end does the one? Kamgatim Krishna Gachati, to which end does the one who is endowed with faith in the Shastram, Shraddhaya Upetaha, Shraddha. Shraddha is Shastreshu Guruvakyeshu Vishwasaha, Shraddha. Guruvakyeshu Vishwasaha, Shastreshu Guruvakyeshu. Even though endowed with faith. But Ayatihi referring to the person whose effort is not adequate. And whose mind, therefore whose mind, yoga Chalitaha, moves away from the yoga. What happens to that person? Just look at Arjuna's question. Suppose there is a man who has renounced all karmas, meaning Vedika karma, Laukika karma. It means he has taken to sannyasa. He has given up all the karma, means he has given up the grasthashrama or vanaprastha whatever karma is there, he takes sannyasa ashrama. All the spiritual, social, and family duties that he is allowed to give up, he gives up. And if he takes a life of sannyasa, renunciation, suppose a person has taken. Why does anyone give up all this? There must be reason. The hope of what? Gives up to gain something, not gives up for the sake of just giving up. He's got some hope. What is the hope? The hope is the hope of gaining this yoga. Yoga is the vision of the sameness, Atma in all beings and all beings in Atma, Samadarshanam. That is what referring to with the word yoga. So yoga, he gives, therefore wanting to gain this yoga, the vision of sameness, he gives up all types of karma. Because only by this yoga, moksha is possible. Therefore, mokshartam yoga, therefore, gives up karma. Yogartam karma tyagaha. Now, this particular vision was the end in view. The person Arjuna was talking, when the person Arjuna was talking about became a sannyasi. Gives up everything, takes to sannyasa. It means Arjuna probably was contemplating about sannyasa. And at the same time, he knows he doesn't make it, what will happen? So therefore, he asks this question. As sannyasi, the person denied himself the various pleasures that can be picked up by living the society and became a bhikshu. He became a bhikshu having given up all. Bhikshu is the one who lives on bhiksha, alms. He has no money and doesn't know where his next meal will come. That is why sannyasi lives those days at least. That is, he lives on whatever comes his way. Prarabdha vashat, whatever comes, he just consumes, takes that. It doesn't, cannot plan for the next meal. Whatever comes, prarabdha vasha. Prarabdha is that will bring its food. So as long as prarabdha is will not be hungry, you will get. If prarabdha is that he should go hungry, that also possible. He will go hungry. In spite of food be there, sometimes may go hungry because prarabdha is not to eat. It's also possible. So as long prarabdha is he gets and prarabdha vasha, whatever comes, he is satisfied that he has to consume and live. So therefore, he is supposed to be. So he lives on whatever comes his way. Whatever comes his way, with that he lives on. But although he doesn't have the pressures of the life of samsara would have given him renunciation is good investment because he has given up his possessions, his people relations because he's going to get the great vision, his moksha. So mokshartham, and then the tyaga. It was for the sake of moksha no, that he gave up all the three pursuits. Dharma, artha, kama. Therefore, he gave up and took and became a Shayurti, Moksharti. Now, if he doesn't get success in gaining moksha, then what will happen to him? That is what Arjuna's question here. A certain effort is also required. That is, effort for gaining the preparation for moksha, certain effort is required. This effort has this person has great Shraddha in the vision of the Shastram. Therefore, the possibility of gaining the knowledge of himself, Atma, the Brahma, is definitely there. He has Shraddha in the Shastram, is Shraddhavan. Shraddhavan Nabate Jnanam is great Shraddha. And he knows that this knowledge is a moksha that he seeks. So, in the hope of gaining this knowledge, he has taken to the life of sannyasa and continues to be sannyasa till the end. In time, however, having not gained the knowledge, he has lived life of sannyasa. A time comes, he realizes that he has not gained knowledge. Having lived life of sannyasa, then he becomes frustrated. Can happen. He may have started his pursuit when he was very young, but now he is old and he didn't make up. Something has prevented him from gaining this knowledge. Whatever it may be. Something prevented him. So therefore he has not gained the knowledge. The teaching may not have been proper, or perhaps he did not have enough inspiration, utsaha, enthusiasm. Or the problem may have been from the past, some backlog, some obstruction, some obstacles from the past, some durita, whatever it may be. Now, having reached this point, although he still has Shraddha in the Shastram, the Vakya of the teacher, now he is now an Ayati, meaning that he has not put adequate effort. Because he has not gained knowledge, therefore his effort is not adequate. That is all we have to conclude. If he has put adequate effort, then he will get the result. Adequate result has not been put by the person, therefore he has not gained knowledge. Yati means the word ayati, how it is derived. Yati means a person of effort, yatana shilaha, who has the capacity to put the right effort, which is why the sannyasi is called yati, because sannyasi knows what he seeks and therefore he puts effort accordingly. That's why it's called yati, yatana shilaha, yatanavan. He has a direction, the person has a direction and therefore is committed to a life of sannyasa, pursuit of self-knowledge. That is why it's called yati. Yati means the person of right effort. But the sannyasi Arjuna was talking about here is ayati. About cannot be called ayati because he has become an ayati. His effort is not adequate. Therefore, he doesn't know what it is and he is incapable of that effort. That effort is not adequate. That is why ayati. Why? Because the problems continue. Problems continue. He has not gained the knowledge, therefore problems continue. If he had gained the knowledge, then problems does cease to occur. So problems continue. Therefore, effort is not adequate. Things are not very clear to the person. Therefore, he is ayati. Because he has not gained the vision or capacity to gain the vision, therefore he is called ayati. Therefore, his effort is not adequate. He may have studied a lot and done a lot of meditation, but it's not accomplished. All that he has accomplished is to become more aged, tired, and frustrated. Chalitamanasaha. His mind has moved away from yoga. Arjuna wanted to know what would become of this tired, frustrated sannyasi. Sannyasi or sadhaka, whoever it may be. Sometimes it happens in the life of sadhaka, he loses inspiration, becomes tired. What will happen to that person? Will his life is doomed, become doomed forever? What will happen? What is next for him? He has Shraddha and therefore he wants his knowledge, but things are not clear to him at all. Therefore, now Arjuna's doubt is what would be his lot if he dies away before gaining the knowledge? Frustrated, he dies, not having gained ayatihi, not having gained yoga siddhim, some yoga siddhim aprapya, frustrated, the person dies. Therefore, Arjuna asks, what does he gain? He did not gain anything. He took up the life of sannyasa, but having not gained, he has passed away now. So what will happen to him? Kam gatim Krishna gacchati. Hey Krishna, kam gatim. What will be his gati? What will be his lot? We know very well what his lot in this life is. Obvious, he has seen. Yes, neither the joys of samsara because he has taken sannyasa, nor joy of moksha because he has not gained that vision, knowledge. The small pleasures of samsara also he has given up or denied to him. He himself gave up forcibly, taken to sannyasa. And also, because he has taken to sannyasa, he is also deprived of the pleasures of heaven because he cannot do karma. Therefore, that also gone. So, therefore, pleasures of heaven also gone. Since he gave up all the karma, that would earn him such pleasure in the hope of gaining jnana. Therefore, he gave up that also. And he doesn't get jnana either. What happened to that person? Is he just left hanging somewhere or what? A person who performs no karma, obviously, cannot gain the results of karma. Karma not done, therefore karma phalam will not be there. Therefore, he cannot hope to have Sarga Loka or any other Loka after death or any other pleasure in life. Because karma he has not done. There is no karma phala for him. Instead of performing karma, what he did? He spent his time sitting with his eyes closed, nothing happened inside, except sleep, perhaps. And nothing can be accomplished by sleep. Dreaming or daydreaming, at least gives a person some kick. But what does sleep give? Nothing. Therefore, the ayati has not picked up the simple joys of samsara, deprived of it, nor he has picked up any punya for next life. Had he done karma, at least he would have gained some punya, so that the next life would be better. Much less he has gained knowledge, that is liberation. So what will happen to the person? Does the person fizzle out? Just fizzle out? But that is the next question. Fizzle out, what will happen? Like a cloud, will he just fizzle out? Let's see. You'll see this topic next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Namaha Hari Om